Salute to all the real ones out there. It's your boy Mike coming at you again with another video. Y'all like the content I've been dropping, direction on my channel is headed in. I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos with anybody else you think may benefit from them, alright? Now, today's topic is a little bit of a rant, okay? And I think I will entitle it Cause and Effect. Cause and Effect. So this is different from what you guys hear about the law of, let's say, cause and effect. I'm changing it to cause and effect, meaning that humans, we have so much power. If you think about the ability we have to bend will to our nature by using conscious thought to make an aim, a goal, a direction that we would like to travel in, and then to use our physical body and all of our prowess and abilities to reach whatever it is that we set by making a declaration of something that we want to have or achieve. So I look at that as the ability to cause an effect. You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm actually in the process of doing this right now, and I'm about to take a bold, adventurous leap into the unknown, where most people are looking for security. I understand that security in a certain way is necessary. For example, financial security. Is good to have money put away in case things become uncertain in the world that we live in, or hard times come down the pipe. You have like something to fall back on. So I understand security in that sense, or emotional security, opposed to being, let's say, a single guy who's just always keeping his skills sharp with knowing how to be charming to a harem of women. I would have a lot more emotional security being in a solid relationship where that woman actually grows roots with me like a tree as we spend 5, 10, 15, 20 years together, getting to know one another and supporting each other in way more ways than just a fling. So I have my emotional security, or even physical security. Why do we lock doors? Why do we, make sure that everything around us is safe? Like it makes sense that you need to have security in your life, but it can be a detriment if you're always looking to be in your comfort zone. That is a form of security as well, because you feel like you have control over the outcomes. If you stay in the same job, you have somewhat job security because you've put in so much time and effort at this company, you've established a reputation, and maybe you have skill sets that are going to be hard to find out in the market to replace you. I mean, that's different with the coming of AI, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, I'm about to take a bold step away from my current comfort zone that you see around me right now. Like I'm out in Kuwait, and my aim was to come out here to reach certain objectives. And as I do an analysis of all the stuff that I had laid out when I got here, I can put a check in pretty much every single box. So now it's time for me to take a step into something unknown, which I'm not gonna lay out every single thing about it, but that is my reason for making this video. The fact that I'm a living, breathing example of all the stuff that I talk about on my channel. And I hope that anybody who comes across my content is motivated and also feels that gusto in their chest to go after whatever it is that they want in their life, because time is ticking. Alright? Time is ticking and it waits for no one. Every single day, every last one of us is inching towards our inevitable death. So I find it important to cause an effect. What do you want out of your life? What do you close your eyes and see with your third eye? When you think about the people that inspire you, what is it about them that makes you feel a pull towards them? When you think about certain movies that you saw where the main character said or did or had a scene in the movie where it really like spoke to your soul on a deep level, What was it about that? When you flip through a magazine and you see really exotic cars and you think, ugh, man, that mug is hard. I love that car. Like, do you ever envision yourself driving that car? Things like this is what I ask myself all the time, and I understand that in order for me to be able to say, I will drive that car, or I will travel to that destination that I saw in the movie that made me feel a certain type of way. Or I look at someone like Marcus Garvey from the past who, created the Universal Star Line and was over here unifying so many black people to eventually become a powerhouse where every time he spoke, so many people gathered around and wanted to support his movement. Like, I admire that charisma, that conviction that he had to unify so many, like literally millions of black people. And he's not even from the United States, but he was well read, he was so educated, he was a hustler, he was somebody who had a vision and like recruited many people to become a mastermind group who all supported his enterprise. I admired that about him. So how can I be more like Marcus Garvey? How can I set up my life where I'm not in my comfort zone? And by not being in my comfort zone, I'm able to cause an effect. I know exactly what I want. And then I'm willing to go through the pain and the suffering or the trials and tribulations, the humble periods where I try something and fall flat on my face because I'm a novice, I don't know. Or I have to maybe ask someone else, or I have to be willing to commit to lifelong learning. These are all things that I'm saying that I'm going through for myself in order to reach that vision that I have, in order to go to that place that I've always, heard about, and it immediately made my soul feel like it was electrified. Why? Because life is too short to sit around passive and scared to make moves. The universe tends to bless people who are bold and courageous. Haven't you noticed that? Like, when you look about some of the biggest companies that ever got started, take Amazon for example. Like, I have a picture of Jeff Bezos in his garage with a cardboard written sign that says Amazon behind his desk, while he's like plugging away on an old, the desktop. It's not like how that is now. He had a big, thick ass desktop on his little desk in his garage, and he was typing away, looking so focused. That was in 1999. Now Amazon is like a company that everybody uses. Like, literally, it's becoming to the point where if you want to go shop in a physical location and you don't find what you want, you can go back to your house, crack open your phone or your laptop, your tablet, scroll through Amazon, and 9 times out of 10, they actually have what you were looking for in that physical location. So the competition is so crazy when you think about having a brick and mortar store, but everybody can leave your store and order exactly what you didn't have in stock online via Amazon. Jeff Bezos is an example of someone who not only is an innovator, a market disruptor, but he's also someone who causes an effect. Back then in 1997 when he started Amazon, it was all about just selling books online, which I already know people were looking at him like, why the hell was that a thing? Like, we got libraries, we have this, we have that. When you think about streaming services like Netflix, Blockbuster was the big king on the hill, but they didn't adapt. They didn't see the futuristic curve, and they didn't like take the time to pivot their company strategy. And now Blockbuster is just something that's in history. Like, it's a documentary talking about their epic failure to adapt to the times. Like, everything around us is changing. Everything, literally. So I just understand that in my life particularly, I'm going to always look to cause an effect by using my conscious mind to say, this is what I want. This is where I, am headed. And then I'm willing to trust the process. That's another video reference from actually back in like 2020. I'm willing to trust the process. You have to have faith in the things that you want to accomplish, and you have to focus more on the why than the how on everything, because this grand universe that we live in, there is an intelligent design behind every single thing that you see in physical reality. Every night when you go to sleep, you disappear from this realm. You don't know where you are. Your body is right there, knocked the hell out. But your brain automatically disconnects, and in my opinion, it goes back to the source of all. And you have epiphanies, dreams, visions, you have gut instincts, you have a whole nervous system that's set up to always breathe and function. You don't even have to consciously think about it. So you're obviously plugged into some power that is in control of literally all. And it's a conscious, intelligent observer and supporter of everything that you want to accomplish. But you have to have faith. What do they say? Faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? Like, you cause an effect by speaking things into existence and having the gusto and willpower to take daily steps and actions to make it to that end goal. So you guys have heard numerous times on my videos how the same themes are just reoccurring. I'm only saying it in different ways as much as I can, not only as motivation to my own self, but also to anybody who might be watching. You know, it's really not on my channel all about going viral and having clips and, you know, booty shaking on the side and, you know, me clipping other people's content and then me just sitting here talking about it. Like, that's not very original. I'm trying to hit y'all with some like real stuff that I be thinking about myself that would honestly just go in my journal unnoticed. From, you know, as far as the world, no one would be able to read my journal. It's all for me, but you know, it's my duty to give y'all gems of wisdom that I'm applying to my life to obviously get success. You know, look back where I was in 2020. Did I or did I not cause an effect? If you follow some of the videos where I was talking about, I'm gonna get a Hayabusa. Dog, I had a black one back then. The one that I test drove when I was on my mission to buy a Hayabusa is the one that I own up until just last Thursday. I just sold the bike last Thursday to a Syrian dude. And look at the parallel. When I was here in 2021, I had a black Hayabusa, right? When I had to go sell it, it was to a 22-year-old Syrian dude. Here it is, fast forward. I wind up buying the bike that I test drove back in 2021 this time around. And I got a better deal on it, right? I turn around last Thursday, I sell it to another Syrian dude who's only 21. And like I said, I made a crazy profit on that same bike that I test drove back then. Now here I am telling y'all I'm gonna get the new Hayabusa. The same one that I test drove back in 2022 when I got done with this job in Kuwait and went back to Germany the first time. Like, everything is happening for a reason. You know, I was here the first time in Kuwait, I had room 9003. I'm here the second time in Kuwait, I sit right now in room 9004. I had the small room the first time I came to Kuwait. I'm in the master bedroom as I'm sitting here talking to you right now. So, I'm causing an effect. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. The universe hears that like, oh, that's what you finna do? I take the steps and get everything lined up on my side, and then the rest just falls in place. Like, just think about if you were the creator. You know, I'm not going to get religious about the Most High or anything like that, but I'm just saying, just think. Like, you're a little fractal of the same thing that created all. So here you are saying, I'm going to do this. And then every day you have like your little discipline routine that you're following in order to like chip away at the existence of that coming like more into form. You're manifesting through action, through discipline, through focus. Like, just think if you were the creator, who would you bless? Would you bless the person that's just passively just always asking you? Or would you bless the person who said he's gonna do it and then every single day is doing something to show you how disciplined they are? Like, my last name is Stewart, and I start to understand the power of that name because I'm a steward. Anything I get, I'm going to be a good steward of that. Whether it be a friend, I'm going to be good to that friend. If it's my wife, hey, that's the woman that chose to be with me. That's the woman I'm choosing to be with. Then I'm going to be good to her. If that's my car, anybody who know me from way back in the day, back in 2002, 2001, what car was I driving? A 1994 Mercury Tracer. And anybody you can ask anybody from back in the day, how did he take care of that car? Dog, I was wiping it down, spraying it every single time. Yo, we ain't got nothing to do. We all just sitting around just talking shit. All right, I'm out. I'm going to drive up to the gas station, fuel up, get me a little red tree. I'm going to shoot up to the car wash, spray it out, spray my whole car off, dry it off. I'm going to be up there for like an hour listening to Nas and AZ, Jadakiss, Dipset. I'm listening to all of that while I'm over here wiping my car down. And you couldn't tell me shit, bro. Like, I love that car. So now when I drive a Mercedes drop, doesn't it fit? I caused an effect. I have the same standard for an old car that most people would be like, oh, it's just a Mercury Tracer. But the one I drove had people kind of like looking like, what is that? Because I did at least something to it. And took pride in whatever I have. That's being a good steward, right? So, in my opinion, if you take care of what you have, you're always bound to get more. And it becomes a ripple effect because you're causing an effect. Hey, I want to have one day a Ferrari. All right, bet, I got a Mercedes drop. What's going to change from me, like, now till then? My whole standard has been the same as far as taking care of my car. From the Mercury Tracer to the old school Camaro to the other old school Camaro that was in better shape to the Cadillac DeVille to the Golf drop top that I drove with my wife back when I moved to Germany to now having a Mercedes drop. Like, what's it gonna be next? And this is not me trying to flex on anybody. It's just trying to explain I caused an effect. Same thing with the whole like job situation. Yo, I left the army. I had a stable situation. Here I am, a medic, about to get promoted to staff sergeant. Everything clicking. I got a good little resume as far as all the stuff that I've done in the army. Pretty much sharpshooter all the time / expert. Holding it down. Like, got a good reputation. Got my car. Everything's clicking. Yo, I'm kind of tired of the same old thing. I'm seeing the life path of everybody who just stays at my duty station. Maybe it's time for me to jump ship. Maybe it's time for me to shake it up. Next thing you know, hey, Stuart, you got the opportunity to go to Germany. You want to take it? Bet, I'm taking it. Look, before I even get to Germany, I'm over here talking to different women. I'm thinking to myself, man, like, it would be nice to just meet the right girl. You know what? What if she isn't, let's say, I'm about to go to Germany. What if she isn't black? What if she isn't this? What if she, like, I don't know, but I got to be open, right? So what am I going to do before I meet the girl? Well, I'm going to already act as if. If I already act as if I have her right now, and me or her are a great match now, doesn't that increase my likelihood of meeting the girl and then actually having some traction going towards the future? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hey, what's that called? Causing an effect. And now here it is. Fast forward 15 years. I'm still with the same woman. And now here it is about 2-3 weeks before I leave out of Kuwait and go back to Germany. Which, on one side, it's like, yo, I know Germany. I know every single thing that's coming down the pipe. But on the other side, I'm causing an effect. I'm telling myself, I already got plans on paper. I'm going to do this. By this time, I'm going to have that. I'm going to focus on keeping the same discipline, routines, this and that I built up here. And I'm going to take those back and gain some serious traction. We're going to renovate our place. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. Like, I have things lined up. And it's going to be, I already know, probably inspiring to those people who support what I'll be talking about, because I'm causing an effect. And they're seeing it in real time that it's not just cap. It's not just me having a pipe dream 7 years later, giving y'all an excuse as to why I haven't accomplished it. You know? So this video, coming up on 20 minutes, I want y'all to think about how you can cause an effect. Bend reality to your will by having a game plan on what you want to accomplish, why, and plugging away daily in order to achieve it. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all on the next one.